All right. I want to welcome everyone to the Delaware County and Muncie Metropolitan Planning Commission regular meeting. First, I'm going to ask everyone to stand up so we can do the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one of which under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do roll call.
Mr. Borchers, Mr. Brand,
Here.
Mr. Carroll,
Here.
Mr. Carley, Mr. Dishman,
Right.
Ms. Hensley, Mr. Ivy,
Yeah.
Mr. Lachey,
What's up?
Mr. Landis,
Yeah.
Mr. Leach, Ms. Sykes, Mr. Smith. Okay, so we have 7 voting members here, so we do have a quorum.
Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion for approval for the August 2025 minutes. So moved.
Second. And it's right. That's right.
Okay,
Sorry.
let's do the introduction for new members to do that.
So we do have 2 new members that are joining us this evening. We have Mr. Owen Lachey, and we also have Mr. Richard Ivy. So I will go over the oath this board with you guys, and then if you, for some, you can say a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself to the board. But if you could just stand up for me. I start to read this both of you guys. You don't have to answer it like that. You can just answer at the end. Do you agree to make planning decisions regardless of political pressures, to show leadership in enlightening both the public and local government in the ways of planning, to recognize the role of compromise in public affairs, but never to compromise the principles of honesty and integrity, to refuse to act for personal gain, to be tolerant of vested interests, but never to favor them at the expense of public well-being, to encourage a planning program which shall improve the community and its people to the result of better government for the future, to perform the duties of your office to the very best of your ability. If you agree, please respond with "I do."
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Lachey, would you like to?
Sure.
So,
Yeah. I'm Owen Lachey. I'm the Chief Technology Officer for Northwest Bank. I've been at Northwest about 5 years. Prior to that, I was with Mutual for 8 or so. And then I had a short stint, maybe a 6-year stint at the police department. I was at the patrol, and was a detective. That was not there back in 2007. But so I'm quite familiar with the city government. And the last time I was here, I was looking at genealogy records. I've never been in here before. The dispatch center, I'm within the basement of the jail. So I haven't been in this room for a while. But I've been in Muncie most of my life. Took a stint out in Tampa for a couple years. Don't go back, but I'm glad that I could hopefully be of assistance and be glad to participate. So thank you for having me.
Mr. Ivy?
Yes, Dr. Ivy, HR Director for Centennial District. They formerly been in there for 4 years. Prior to that, I was a councilman for a year. Then involved as city government, several capacities. One being at the University of Management Advisory Committee for about 17 years, with 7 in the floor, bringing some experience and some knowledge and hopefully value to this committee.
Great. Thank you, both of you. Just so you're aware, there is a procedure so there applicants top of the entire. This board is able to ask many questions. You can ask questions of our staff as well, if you would like. So, any information you do not think you have, please ask. Okay, now we can continue with our approval of minutes.
Next, you that motion, no, and a second one. We'll approve those. Just a reminder before we hear our case,
When the case is read, one person, I'm sorry.
I did stick the
Stephen Grant.
second. I mean, if we were just in a new location with nothing else changed, I might have followed the flow, but we. Okay, now you can. Mr. Brandt,
Yes.
Mr. Dishman,
Yeah, but
Mr. Ivy, feel free to
You said this.
Mr. Lachey, Mr. Landis,
Yeah.
Ms. Sight, yes. Mr. Carroll.
yes.
Okay, so 5 yeses, so that is approval of our August minutes. Okay,
Okay. In the case, we have one person, please come to the podium, state your name and address. After the applicant has the opportunity, we'll allow time for support and opposition to speak. We ask you to be respectful, keep comments brief, and to the case itself. Just a reminder, it takes 5 votes for official action on a favorable or unfavorable recommendation to move forward to city council or county commissions. Colleen, you with that?
say new business, BZA 35-25, Jurisdiction Board of Zoning Appeals, being a consideration of an appeal filed by Bugat Supply Inc., P.O. Box 911, Muncie, Indiana, requesting a special use under the terms of the City of Muncie Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance to construct a 98-unit multifamily apartment complex on premises located at 610 East Weiser Street, Muncie, Indiana, as more accurately described in the application.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. I appreciate you having me today. My name is Marissa Knatzer here on behalf of TWG Development, located at 1301 East Washington Street, Indianapolis, Indiana. And I'm here today to respectfully request a special use permit for a proposed affordable housing development to be located at the current McGuff Roofing site, located at 610 East Weiser Street. This development would be part of the Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority's Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program. So that program is designed to meet the critical need for affordable housing in the state of Indiana, and in this case, especially targeted towards older adults in the community. Similar program would be like our development on Kilgore, where the former End Zone Bar and Grill was, but that is not age restricted, that is just open multifamily, but a similar program. So this site, we believe, is a great site for multifamily living, especially for older adults. With direct access to the Cardinal Greenway, we believe that the older adults will have a lot of opportunity to be outdoors and connected with the community. We will also be adding a bus stop on site so that if they don't have cars or aren't able to drive, they do have independence and mobility there right on site for them. Alongside these amenities, we will also have standard items such as on-site property management, community gardens that they can plant flowers or vegetables in, a fitness center, reading room, and many other things so that they can feel safe, connected, and have a nice livable environment. We understand the importance of having a development that aligns with the community. So we've provided drawings and a very early on rendering of what the building would look like. We want to make sure that this fits in with the character of the community and enhances the surrounding neighborhood. I think it'd be a great addition to the area and positively impact the neighborhood's long-term stability. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have or dig a little bit deeper, but that is all I have for you today. Thank you. Yes.
I'm sorry, did you say it is age restricted or in high?
Yes. Yes.
Your restriction is?
That would be 55 and older.
Will they be able to have any pets when the homeowner?
They are, yes. They're allowed to have up to 2 pets.
Thank you.
Those in support, one at a time.
I can go for it. We speak today.
Same over to you.
Dan Ridenauer, Mayor of Muncie. This is a site we're thrilled about. It's right between two different neighborhoods, the McKinley neighborhood that we've been working very diligently on. You can't get into it very well because of all the road construction, but with the road construction on Weiser and on Columbus, but we're excited about what this can mean, and also the fact that it's on the trail. It's right on the Cardinal Greenway. We feel like that is a great opportunity, and the city is prepared, subject to city council approval, but the city is prepared to put in the match that's necessary to get these state tax credits, which will be needed in order to build this particular facility. So we're thrilled about this. We had put together a little East Side neighborhood plan recently that we had approved at the Muncie Redevelopment Commission, and this site was a part of that plan. And we're taking now the steps to make it. I'm hoping that you'll look on this favorably. It will provide 96 or 98 units for seniors, and as a senior, I think it's a wonderful location. Just being, I live on the Greenway, and it's 27 steps out my front door, and I'm on the Greenway. So this will be practically neighbors of mine within a quarter mile or so. So I'm personally happy and thrilled that something of this caliber and with this company in particular would be on the Greenway. So would ask for your support. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other support? Be in the.
Yes, I'm in support. May I address?
Yes.
Okay.
And then state your
Yeah.
name.
Craig Johnson. My address is 2800 West Petty. Any further information? Okay. I agree. It'd be a wonderful opportunity for that community and for that age group on the Greenway. The only concern I would have, and I don't know if this is in favor or against, but would be the encampments that we experience along the Greenway.
But that's on the other side.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. I'm concerned that I'm sorry. Should I not be addressing this?
Just to remind you, just address our board here.
Okay. I'm sorry.
If you have questions, though, ask your questions,
Okay.
and then we can recall people back up to answer some of those.
Okay.
The applicant can be called back up to. So
Okay.
yeah, just address our board.
Okay.
Thank you.
Security. I would ask for more information on security in that community, that proximity for this development. A big question I have.
I was doing it.
Anyone in opposition? Or I guess anyone wants to support unless.
Yeah, actually, it's
See,
right. Sorry. Nick Kuzman, 1700 South Ridgeview Drive. I currently own the building at 610 East Weiser. It's that building right now, the shape it's in, right, it looks like trash. It makes the Greenway not look very good at all. I think it breeds crime in the neighborhood. People break into that building once a day at least. At night, we come up with something missing. It's, I think there's a lot of drugs done back there because of hidden behind the, gosh darn it, sorry, it's been a long day. But there's a big tree line back there. We found a lot of drugs, things like that from the encampment back there. And I think once this building's gone, though, I think all of that stuff's going to disappear. I think it's going to make the neighborhood a lot safer, and I think it'd be a mistake not to do something with it. So, but
I think it's about all I'm going to.
Do you want to circle back to answer questions, or do you want to do that after opposition?
we can almost blame them.
Yeah, Cheryl.
After, okay, let's do anyone for the opposing. And we'll circle back to the questions. You want to have a question? You want to go up and answer some of those?
Should I first address?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So completely understand questions about security. So at the building, we would have security cameras surrounding the entire proximity of the development. Every access point to the building is a secured access, so key fob entry on all of those doors. But we also agree that coming in and putting this building on that site would really enhance the area, provide, more monitoring at all times of day. So I think any sort of negative activities that are going on around the site right now would definitely be reduced if this development went forward.
I got a question for you. Is there to be extra lighting with this area out there? And how I understand, proximity to the next one and so forth, but I also understand this senior citizens who can fall prey to darkness, that encourages crime.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have, on the building, there will be like built-in LED lights. And then also throughout the parking lot, we'll have lighting poles. I can't recall the exact wattage on those, but we go through a lighting study to make sure that every part is covered without negatively impacting the surrounding properties.
Maybe this is a student question to is it possible for this building to have I call it blue lights, how a person can get to a blue light hit it? You understand what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're referencing. Yes.
I've been taking the Anderson and so on and so forth. It gives you an opportunity to get to that and to hit that, but
Right.
to get help. It's blue light. I see it all the time on I-69 down there in Anderson. I'm tag him.
Yeah. I personally do not have experience with those, but we have an in-house construction team that'll take that too, so we can get some pricing and how that would integrate into the site. I think that'd be a great addition.
I'd like to thank you, Mayor, who's ever involved in this project. I think that's something nice for that neighborhood. That neighborhood needs all the help it can get.
Right.
And maybe like early, those apartments working all down to the north and provide nice things for the neighborhood. That's the way. The mayor has got things going on under construction down there. It's really improving that. I don't know. We have nice things that because that neighborhood is that's good. Great.
Yeah.
You engage your neighbors in that area. Do that nature.
Yes. So the car lot in front of the property, my uncle actually occupies. He doesn't own, but he occupies it. So we've had conversations there, and I know that he's talked to the person that currently owns it. And so they're aware of the project going on.
So in your application, it says that you guys will be requesting variances for setbacks. Mark, can you talk about those a little bit?
Yes. So given the layout of the site, there's some odd shapes there. And so because of that, we are requesting a few setbacks. So a few of those include the front yard and rear yard setbacks. So one of those is because where we have to have a stairwell for code purposes, it intrudes into that setback. On the sides, we're really trying to see if we can shrink the building in anymore. Because this is part of a state funding program, there are minimum square footages that we have to have all units and all common areas meet. So we're a little limited there. But we are trying to look at those and work through those. We don't believe they would have a negative impact on the neighboring properties. To the, let's see, I have my directions right. To the west is vacant property that we are actually looking into purchasing. We've started those conversations with the owner. And then to the east would be the depot there, like the parking lot and depot for the Cardinal Greenway. So
I understand what you just said. You're asking for setback variances on the ends of the building.
Correct.
Be sort of on the northwest end and the south end.
Correct. Yes. And then for parking, we are asking for a reduction in parking there. We found in many of our affordable housing developments, car ownership is a little bit lower. We have a handful of senior affordable housing developments in Indiana, and car ownership rates in those areas are even lower. And so we believe that with the parking that we've provided, it will be more than adequate to serve.
You won't be asking for reduction in the handicap parking.
Correct. No reduction in handicap parking. That we will absolutely be sure to include, and in convenient spots.
Yeah. I think it's beneficial if you're parking lot is between building and backside. So I think that's the city has its minimum lighting of 1 foot candle. And if TWG, double that and be awesome.
Yeah.
You are proposing a new bus shelter, is that right?
That's correct. Yes. I believe there used to be a Mets bus stop at the depot, and I don't believe it's there anymore. So I think adding this bus stop would benefit the entire neighborhood.
I also appreciate everything TWG's done for our community. You've done so many developments and you have one underway. Is this unusual in any way compared to what you've already done?
This building, the only thing I would say that's unique with this one is that it's for the senior community here in Muncie. But that would be the only difference.
Stair.
Yes.
I mean, this is zoning. Business variety and 2 intense industrial design. They're asking for a special use. So could you explain how it fits into the special use language of the cities? So they want.
Yeah, so the multi-unit development apartment is not a permitted use in the current zone. However, it is listed as a possible special use with the approval of this board.
So for the board's benefit, if you've got a copy of the city zone regulations, it's on page 149 where it starts Article 31, special uses, and the other options are mineral extraction, salvage yard, we don't want that. Refuse disposal site, we don't want that. Chunk terminal, I think it's appropriate in that location. Those are the beach that would be hours when I'm about to get to. Vegetation, composting, and mulching. So I think this is a good option.
So the special uses that are listed can be applied for through this board. If there was some use that was not listed, somebody could also come and ask for a variance of use or a unique use that's not listed in there, which would then also be examined by this board.
Good.
And then also just a reminder for a couple of our new members, this board does provide favorable or an unfavorable opinion that will then go to our BZA, Board of Zoning Appeals. The applicant will present to them as well, and then they will make the final decision on clear.
Another question. Would be one single elevator or would be 118 here and 107?
So currently the way that the building is laid out is there are 2 elevators located centrally. That could be up for change as our architects work through this. We are in the early stages of planning. The way the process works is we have to apply for funding, put together a design or start the design process, get the special use variances, and then find out if we're funded to continue the design work and everything. So feedback would be to, separate those elevators. We can definitely explore that.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I will entertain a favorable or unfavorable sheet.
I'd like to make a favorable.
Right. So,
Roll call.
Mr. Breen,
Yes.
Mr. Dishman,
Yes.
Mr. Ivy,
Yes.
Mr. Lachey,
Yes.
Mr. Landis,
Yes.
Ms. Syke,
Yes.
Mr. Carroll.
Yes.
Okay, so that is 7 yeses. So that is a favorable recommendation for BZA 3525. So we will forward that recommendation to our Board of Zoning Appeals. That meeting is scheduled for September 25th, 6 p.m. And that is back in our usual place of the county building, third floor in the Commissioner's Court.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank. That's it. In that case, if you're here for that, feel free to leave. We're adding other cases to the next would be, you have any legislative action?
No, that's your report.
Next will be director's report.
Okay, so I have provided you guys with our usual report here. For our new members, I can give you guys a copy of this every month, just to report on some things in our office and so forth. We've got our permit applications that have been filed through the end of August. We're currently sitting at 194 building permits, 175 electrical, 65 HVAC, 60 plumbing, 47 certificates of occupancy, 39 demo permits for a total of 580. Total fees collected for permits are at $117,004.09. Mr. Fouch has completed the following inspections through the end of the month of August. 406 building, 273 electrical, 143 plumbing, 160 HVAC, investigated 148 complaint calls, or submittals for a total of 1,088 inspections. On our transportation side of the office, we did get our 4-year transportation improvement program approved. That has been approved by NDOT and Federal Highway. Our fiscal year 2026 numbers came in at $3,389,595. So what that number is that it is the those are the funds that we get by being the MPO that then we can allocate to our local public agencies. So those go out to the city of Muncie, Delaware County, and Yorktown for road projects, bridge projects, road projects. The projects that get submitted to us, we do provide that money for 80% of the funding, and then the local agency has to provide the 20% match. The projects that are currently in our TIP for the next 4 years, I've listed here just to kind of give you an idea of the projects that we're helping out on. Tillotson from Kilgore to McGalliard. That one is a HMA overlay, so a preventative maintenance project. That one is a $3.4 million project. We also have the city project of McGalliard from Granville to the bypass. That's also an HMA overlay project. That's a $2.3 million project. The 2 new projects that we've added for 2026 to 2030 are a roundabout at Cowan and Fuson Road, and then a roundabout at Tiger Drive and River Road. So those are the ones that our MPO funds are going to help towards the next 4 years. On our land use and development side, we have the committee meeting cases listed there for you. Through August, our BZA has heard 30 cases. Our Plan Commission, this board, has heard 23. Plat Committee has heard 9, and our Village Review Committee has heard 1. Other things to report on, we've talked previously about the pond ordinance. We think we are at have a completed final version of that ready to provide to the commissioners for their approval. So this would be a Delaware County pond ordinance. It would be part of the Delaware County Code. It is currently in review by jurists, so we should have a final version of that soon to pass it over to commissioners. We also just completed the Delaware County ADA transition plan. That one is a 3-year document. We had the consulting firm of American Structure Point do that document for us. I meant to bring one and I did not, but I will bring one next time. It is online. It's like a 208-page document. They did do visits, assessments of all the county-owned buildings to make sure they were disability accessible. And they provided recommendations of things that needed to be updated. They provided cost estimates and all of that for us to the county to take under review. So that is a 3-year document, and then I would provide an annual report to NDOT as to what things on that list were addressed and fixed. To update on the solar ordinance, the ordinance that this board heard last month will go before the commissioners at their September 15th meeting. So any changes, comments, things that they have will be addressed at that meeting. And also just wanted to report that in your packets, I did include a couple of emails that I've received since then, just to share with the board. I did receive 2 emails. The number of emails we've received before, but we did receive these 2 emails thanking this board for their time and work on that. So I included those for you. Jesse or Mr. Landis, you have an extra one in there because you got a personal email, so I put that in your packet for you.
You're right. Thanks.
Also, county budget hearings are this week. They started yesterday. So 3 days of county budget hearings. Our time to go was yesterday morning, so we did present our budget to county council. I believe they're expected to make a decision by the end of the month on what their approved budget will be. So I will report back to this board when we get word of that. Any questions, comments?
We stuck him out of the requested she could be and that answer see about the Lex system politics calls out maybe cluster, I believe it was here. And at the and so
Okay.
special meeting, and then I'd like to discuss this
Okay.
with council.
So this was the email received from Linda Hansen. This was on August 13th, and it reads, "Thank you for all your work in preparing for the meeting last night, particularly for getting everything to commission members so they can prepare, and for organizing the edits and non-controversial items for revision. I know what that entails. Please extend my thanks to all the MDPC members for the hours they have spent on this task. I think the situation made discussion on the part of the commission members nearly impossible. They had to be particularly self-assured to speak out with all of us in the room. I appreciate Ms. Owens saying that the 250-foot setback should be reinstated, since she is the one who suggested 500 feet at the last hearing. Brand's objection should have been called out by someone on the commission, because the reality of a waiver will pit neighbor against neighbor, do nothing to end the animosity, and be nearly impossible headache for solar companies to negotiate. Setbacks will not, in reality, ever get to 100 feet. Given our stance, I'd like to extend thanks to Jesse Landis for voting no on the motion to recommend the replacement ordinance to the county commissioners." One follow-up to this, I did send this to the attorney to let him, know that I did receive these comments. His response to me was that no motion was made, therefore no one on the board can push or encourage someone to make a motion. A motion needs to be made by that person in order for that suggestion to be voted on by the board. So.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, comments?
I got the advisory members that are on
on this sheet.
Order, Mr. Kirk, Mr. Rich.
Why these three particular advisory members? Are they mandated? Are they, how did they get on as advisory members?
I believe, I would need to check the rules of procedure. I believe they are on their advisory members by position. So whoever is the county surveyor is our advisory member. Whoever holds this position at Purdue Extension and whoever holds the position of city engineer are the advisory members.
So Mr. Fletcher's attends about 50% of the time. I've never seen Mr. Curley at a meeting, and I've never seen Mr. Leach at a meeting. Do they have attendance requirements?
Yeah, there is no attendance requirement. If we know there's a case where they make crucial input, we will reach out to them and maybe ask a question. I know in the past we've received a few emails from Mr. Leach when there's been a case that involves a curb cut or a driveway or something like that where we've gotten some input on that. So if there's a specific need that our office notices, we will reach out to them, but there is no attendance requirement for those. That's it.
Phil's?
Okay. As always, thank you everyone for your time and expertise. Thank you for your commitment to your community. Once again, welcoming our new members. And I feel like you guys contribute to the sport, and we appreciate it.
Motion, ours, second. Or Kevin? Second.